Good morning, Augustus. So you what is it they used to say about my mother? Her heart beats to a different drum. And I'm so sorry to hear that you're having some complications and you're going to get to take the opportunity for a couple of days of rest. It's actually more wearing to be in the hospital, isn't it? With all the different wake ups and pull to this test and pull to that test and trying out new drugs sometimes. So our thoughts and our prayers and our healing intentions are coming your way. You are going to be missed in Calm 2025. You have such leadership and you ask good questions, and I think it helps inspire and keep others on track. So, now with that out of the way, when you have a persuasive speech coming up and a couple of days in class and the time to prepare, because the outline's due in technically like a week, you might get a helpful feedback if it comes in, within the time that it's due. And if you want to see some good resources, here's where you can start. We start at content, and there'll be this expository links resource module. Open up. And if you open that document, we know that you can go to how to find sources. We know that you can go to the parts of the outline and see videos and get downloads on how to do things. And I would like to start, and then we go into the use of different kinds of support and use each of these. You'll be on persuasive speech because you've got the other ones done. Before we go to that, I'd like to go back to find sources because there's something that I'm going to show the class in the next couple of days. And this was informative, but it's still finding sources. This library database, it's almost 11 minutes, but that search shows you how I like students to look at particularly two different databases that are packed with content. Remember, a database is like, and you know this because you're technical, but is like Netflix and Hulu. They categorize everything, all the different shows, and then within the categories, they categorize them further with different favorites and trends and so forth. So we can find a lot of stuff there. There's tremendous number of sources in the library databases. Watch that one. Remember that we have the Morphew list of public opinion, government stats, those 4 pages with the QR codes. If your topic that you choose, which is going to be, here's a problem or an opportunity, like something I really care about, and I know here's some action that they can take. It can be a singular action or it could be multiple actions. But once you look around at sources, explore your own heart, what do you care about? You're going to find a topic and something that we can do about it. And you're going to motivate us to take that action. So again, watch this video, check out this sheet, select your topic, find some sources. Once we do that big step, once you pick something you care about, let's go down to persuasive speech link. And it takes us down to an audio file, 2.5-minute audio file that I talk about, basically the same structure. Augustus, you know the structure of our speeches. The thing that's different on this, okay, wait a minute. The thing that's the same is that every element in the intro is going to be there. First, we're going to do things to grab attention, use a variety of support. We're going to establish our credibility with a variety of support. The thesis is going to have, it's called a proposition in persuasion. It's going to have the central idea, here's this problem, and that you're going to call us to action. Some people will say, and there's something you can do. Some people will say directly what the 4 things are that they want them to do or something. You'll see on the outline with the blue lines. All right, so I say be sure you've watched this first one, but in honesty, This one's cool. It's about Albert Monroe, who in the 30s created a little more detailed than just show them the problem, toss in the counter argument, show them the solution, and show them the benefits. So it's kind of cool to watch, but it's 10 minutes. You decide. This is now the one I really like. These are all Dr. Alex Lyon, communication coach, but this is the one I really like. If you've got twiddle and thumb times, you're welcome to watch all three. He's kind of worthy, but I want to remind you that Monroe's motivated sequence and Dr. Lyon's persuasive speech don't include something that your English teachers probably want you to include and something I want you to include. We want to put in what the other side says. When you're speaking to a group, maybe you know that in that group, there's some people who have an opposite point of view, seriously opposite point of view. So rather than totally disenfranchise them, acknowledge that other side. And then you can either you refute their argument with support, and you might plant a seed, or you might even change an opinion. So we want to include a counter argument. The outline is here. The Dropbox for it is in the expository links, and the rubric is there, so you can check that out. You don't have to do that persuasive exercise thing. And then here's the biggest feedback that I tend to give. And then you can just read that. We have some other resources. In fact, if you go to there, you'll see all these other things. Here's some outlines there. Here's this outline sample. Here's some persuasive speeches. This one, 7 minutes. It's a little dense, but Jennifer used a lot of technology. And this one was done in class, so you can use the link or the video about pausing AI. He didn't really have the call to action in a way I'd like. He just said, after class, come over to the computer lab with me. I'm thinking if you want someone to sign a survey, say on change.org, that you actually provide that QR code, make sure they all have whatever the technology is, and take them there. You can put that in the solution. The great thing about this speech is it's not time regulated. So if you need to talk for 15 minutes, I've had one guy go on passionately for 25. You can, and there's no points taken off. All right, and then I have a final message about the persuasive speech. Here's a link for it. Here's the thing, video, and that's it. So we're going to spend the next 2 days in class watching the database, one of the persuasive videos from Alex Lyon, and I'm going to take them to that database, and I'm going to have them go ahead and lay out their outlines or practice the planned sites, because I think the class in general needs that. Your class in general needs that. All you got to do is concentrate on being well. Good luck, my friend. Feel better.